Hey friends, welcome back to the channel again. Today I wanted to take you through another day in the life, except this is actually 2 days because I did this canning over 2 days, and just kind of show you what we've been up to this week. So I've been canning a lot of frozen vegetables lately. I've been able to find some really good deals on them, and I've read that they actually can up really well, so I really wanted to experiment with it and see how it goes. So these green beans that you see here, I got on sale from Azure. They were having a flash sale, so I picked those up. I also got some peas and some peas and carrots that I've done. So we've been really enjoying the results so far. It saves me a ton of time. My family really enjoys canned vegetables, and I have very limited freezer space. So this has actually been working out really well for me. It's just like somebody did all the work of cleaning and cutting all the veggies, and frozen veggies are usually frozen in their peak season, so they've got really good flavor. And I've just been doing these up in small batches every day that I can, and like I said, it's been working really well for me, so I think I'm going to continue to do this as I find some good deals. I kind of feel like I'm getting a little bit of a jump start on my summer canning. So if you didn't know, green beans are actually really easy to can once you've done the work of cleaning and cutting them, that is. They just get put in a jar with some boiling hot water, clean off the lids, or clean off the rims of the jars, put on new lids and rims, and then they're going to go into the pressure canner for about 25 minutes. I have to pressure can everything here at 14 pounds of pressure, but the pressure is based on your elevation. So if you plan on doing this, just double check what your elevation needs to be for your area. But otherwise, 25 minutes is super easy in the pressure canner, so it takes hardly any time at all. It's really quite nice. I was just going to show you guys, it's in the 40s today, and it's been a pretty nice sunny day, but if you can see over there, it's snowing. It's just snowing. It's been snowing all afternoon. Thankfully, it's not sticking to the ground, but I think I'm about ready for rain instead of snow now. So 10 pounds of beans will do about 7-quart jars, and I had 20 pounds, so I ended up getting 14 quarts out of this week, which was really awesome. All right, it is a new day, and I'm working on the peas and carrots today. I just have 5 pounds of the peas and carrots, so I'm only doing these in pints because we will either use them as side dishes for lunches or I will stick them in a soup. So 5 pounds of frozen peas and carrots. I just thawed those out in some warm water, super easy to do, and then packed them into 7-pint jars. So the process for canning peas and carrots is similar to the green beans. We just thawed them out and put them in the jars, and then I'm putting some boiling hot water over them. I did also add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Since these are pint jars, I added 1 teaspoon of salt to the green beans, and then we will get the jars cleaned off, give them fresh new lids and rims, and get them into the canner. So I'll admit that I am not a small batch canner. I like to do these big, huge canning days, so I just have to do it once and then it's just done for a while. But I've actually really been enjoying doing these kind of single batch, just fill the canner type of things. I can work on them in the morning and then I put them in and process them while we're doing school, and it's just kind of been really convenient. So peas have to can for 40 minutes under pressure, and carrots are only 25, but since we're doing the mixed, we go ahead and go with the pea timing. So we'll put them in for 40 minutes once they get to pressure. So while I'm waiting on that to come to pressure, I'm just kind of working on some other things around the house. The kids are doing school at the table right behind me, and I'm just still cleaning up the breakfast dishes that need to get dried and put away. I've got some eggs to clean up this morning and just kind of some random stuff. It's kind of nice that processes are like this. They're not all at once, that you have these little breaks in between because it gives you a chance to get other things done and worked on. I kind of like little systems like that. So I did have some duck eggs that I needed to clean up today. Our ducks have been producing really well right now, which is awesome. They all seem to be laying. They are enjoying the hot weather again, or at least the warmer weather. And duck eggs, if you didn't know, get really gross because ducks are really messy. So I do clean them off before I put them in the fridge. And I just like them ready to go. And we do use them fairly quickly, so I don't have to worry about them lasting long. All right, now my canner is up to pressure. Like I said, I have to can at 14 pounds of pressure for my elevation. And go ahead and set the timer for 40 minutes and just let that go while we work on school. And here you can see the final product. I'm super excited about this one. I think they'll be really perfect to add into soups. And even if we don't like them in soups, the kids really, really love canned peas for some reason. So they will probably eat this with their lunches. All right, after we finished our own lunch and school, we decided to go out and play. I picked up this little set of dinosaurs from the dollar store, and we were going to go outside, but it was kind of cold. So we just kind of played in the greenhouse because it's always nice and warm in there. And after a little bit, it did kind of warm up. So we went out to the sandbox for a little bit of play, but it's just kind of been cloudy and overcast, even though the temperature is warm. It's not doesn't feel that warm because the sun isn't shining. So this is kind of fun progress since last week. We've got 4 big raised beds built. I love how tall they are. And we've got several more to build. We've got the holes drilled around the outside for the fence posts, which will go in hopefully soon after this next snow, but the garden's really coming along. After that, I decided to work on a little bit of clothes. I like to buy clothes in advance for the kids when I can find them, since we really like to buy cotton clothing. So I'm just putting away some clothes here that I got at Sam's Club for really cheap, and I think at Walmart on clearance for my littlest one. Then after that, it was on to cleaning in the schoolroom, which is an absolute disaster right now. I don't know why it gets that way. Probably because our room is so small, and our schoolroom is also our craft room, our activity room. We've got plants in there right now. It's just kind of a mess. So I kind of just went through and tidied up the shelves, cleaned up this big cord bin that we keep all of our like electronics and cords and stuff in, and just kind of tidied things since we were done with school for the day anyway. I've also been working on school plans, I would say for next year, but we'll just start school as soon as we finish this year's books. And so I'm kind of making room, assessing what we have, and yeah, just general cleaning. I have been using these bins to keep the kids' school things, the older boys. I don't love them, but I don't have anywhere else to put it at the moment. So I've got one boys in one of the bins and the other boys in the other. And then when they have work that they need to turn in, it just kind of goes in the top bin of the cart. So I know that it's done. And I mean, it's a system. It's not a great one. Their books are just really kind of too big for this. So it doesn't quite work as well as I hoped it would. But hopefully once we have a new schoolroom, we can fix this problem. I won't get into too many details on it, but basically this room is in really bad shape and needs to be redone. So we hope to do that and make it bigger. Here I'm just putting away a few books that I've got for next year for school. I've got kids writing and spelling, and I'm just keeping it in totes in the room. And then finally, I ended off my afternoon with working on some of my bowl covers with my little helper here. And these will be up in my little Homestead store by the end of the week. So if you want to check those out, now that I've cleaned up in the schoolroom, I can get to my sewing machine. Thanks so much for watching this video today and kind of coming along with me on just some of my day-to-day stuff. I don't know if you enjoy this kind of thing, so let me know in the comments. But this is just us. This is our plain little off-grid kind of homesteading life out in the mountains. Thanks for watching.